Everyone, welcome to the show. So, a member of the U.S. Army has been sentenced to prison for plotting to ambush and mass murder his fellow soldiers. 24-year-old Ethan Melzer was a private in the Army, and he began messaging with neo-Nazis in a group called the Order of the Nine Angels. They're known as O9A. Melzer was also sending messages to al-Qaeda terrorists. He shared the location of his troop, which at the time was in Italy. They were preparing to deploy to what was described as a sensitive military base in Turkey. So Melzer told these terrorists exactly where they were headed, and then he shared details about the strength and the size of his unit, about their defense capabilities. I mean, he gave them everything they needed to attack. The prosecutor said in his sentencing memo that Melzer also revealed highly sensitive and classified information to these people. This was in order to start a war in the Middle East. That was his goal, and ultimately a race war. And Melzer was a member of this neo-Nazi group before he joined the army. According to the prosecutor, that's why he joined the military. This was done purposely to carry out his plan. He also has a criminal history of selling drugs, and in 2017, he shot a man while robbing him during a drug deal. This was all according to the prosecutor, and this is done in service of this O9A neo-Nazi group. Luckily, Melzer's plan was interrupted because his messages were intercepted. There was a confidential informant in the O9A group, and that was the only reason why they caught this in time. So the deployment of Melzer's unit was postponed, and then he was arrested. And when they searched his bag, they found neo-Nazi books and a burner phone that he was using to communicate with these people. He was communicating with them on Telegram. And in a letter to the judge, Melzer claimed, quote, "Every day and night since my arrest, I have thought about the damage I have done to the people who were supposed to trust me with their lives. I asked myself why. I fell into a pit of anger towards the world and an unhealthy obsession with a group of idiots. It is no one's fault but my own." The judge didn't buy it any more than I do. And upon issuing Melzer's sentence, he said, quote, "This was not a lark. This was not merely time spent in the dark in an internet rabbit hole. He did indeed attempt to murder his fellow soldiers." And then with that, the judge sentenced Melzer to the maximum penalty of 45 years in prison. And I have to say, normally I fall on the side of little to no government intrusion into privacy. But when I hear about cases like this, it makes me think that at least in the case of military members, and maybe even government employees, the government needs to be given a little more latitude to review their private communications. And I say this because these people have access to classified information that the average American does not. They can do a lot more damage. They can do very serious damage to the country. I mean, can you imagine if this guy's plan hadn't been exposed? We could be in the middle of another hot war right now because of this one psychopath. All because of violent white supremacists, vile, disgusting extremists who can't handle the fact that there are people of other colors in this world. They're that insecure. They feel that insignificant in this world. They have nothing going for them other than, in their minds, the color of their skin, something that they didn't even accomplish, something they were given at birth. So, it's a tough call, I know, and it's a balancing act, but, based on this and other cases that I've seen, plus January 6th and how many military members took part in that attack, it's pretty clear the military is not doing enough to weed out these extremists. And I have many more stories that I have yet to share with you guys, but I'm going to in the coming weeks. Anyway, guys, if I hear any more on this case, and like I said, I will share with you about other cases in the future, but I will let you know if I hear anything more on this. So Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like this video, share it, subscribe, become a monthly supporter. Truly helps to keep the show going. I greatly appreciate it. Love you all. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.